I am the stone that the builder refused. I am the visual, the inspiration that made ladies sing the blues. I'm the spark that makes your idea bright, the same spark that lights the dark so that you can know your left from your right. I am the ballad in your box, the bullet in the gun, the inner glow that let you know to call your brother son. The story that just begun, the promise of what's to come, and I'ma remain a soldier till the war is won. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, 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 judo flip. Chop, chop, chop.
Bryant riding off road.
Hey, they hit me on the pinch. Go get him on that double. Hey, Fish, hit me on the pinch. Come off. I'm going to hit him coming off that double for a three. That's just a lot out there. Yeah.
Now, the reason why I do that is because I want Radmanovich to get going. It's important because I want to get him a look. I feel like he's not a part of this game yet, and it's important that I make him a part of that. So I know I can be a decoy on that strong side, and we can get him coming up for a three on the weak side. Opportunities.
Bryant's only taken 2 shots. Good balance early for the Lakers.
Look at it.
Odom fires away.
Powell, roll, Powell. Go ahead and roll, Powell.
And San Antonio will call a timeout.
See that hole there? That's all right. You're going to create that momentum, though.
So Phil wants me to take that shot, but I'm seeing, if this winds up being a close game, I'd rather save that shot for the fourth quarter.
Oh yes I do. I'd rather be with you until that day will fly away. I just love that smiling face in the early sun. If I can't have you to myself, then life's no fun.
I'd rather.
Because that last game, you've been doing something you've been doing since you were 4, 5 years old. It's not about the physical, because you've done this a million times. You've practiced the left hand, pull up mid-range, the right hand, pull up mid-range, the step back, the pivot, the reverse pivot, going at attacking different angles. You've been doing that. So it's not about physicalness, because that's all ingrained. Was that last game fully just mental, just fighting through it and just say, look, I gotta do this?
Yeah, it was because I was ready to play. I was excited to play. Once the game started, it became the norm. It became reading defensive situations, positioning of my teammates, and just overall strategy and tactics. And it felt good to get back to that, because that's the part of the game that I enjoyed the most.
The mindfulness of that game.
Yeah, the fun of it's like a puzzle. You have to figure out what pieces go where, and that's the enjoyment in the game.
I think that's where we're leading here today in our TEDx talk is the power of the mind. And I think because there's been so many athletes that have made the NBA, the highest echelon of professional basketball in the world, and there's athletes that can jump as high as the sky, run as fast as a cheetah. They get hit buckets, they can react. But it's the special niche of players that have that mindfulness, that have that attacking mode, that relentless mode, that mode where they go ice cold last few minutes. I think that makes a difference between the great ones and the greatest ones, right?
Yeah, it's funny. Like to me, the mentality is a really simple one in the sense that the confidence comes from preparation. So when the game's on the line, I'm not asking myself to do something that I haven't done thousands of times before, right? So when I prepare, I know what I'm capable of doing, I know what I'm comfortable doing, and I know what I'm not comfortable doing, right? And so in those moments, if it looks like I'm ice cold or not nervous, it's because I've done it thousands of times before, so what's one more time? Right?
So that leads me to talk about a lot of this Kobe tour this year in Asia is we reiterate the Mamba mentality. Can you talk a little bit about what the Mamba mentality is? Because that's something that's been developing over I don't want to say 20 years. It's been developing for 35 years, right? Since you were a little kid, that Mamba mentality, because you didn't start working when you got to the NBA. You started working when you were at Lower Merion, when you were in Italy, when you were 5, when you were playing Nerf basketball, right? So talk about the development of the Mamba mentality, the pillars, the 5 pillars of this Mamba mentality, and then we'll kind of break it down.
Well, I mean, overall, you know, the idea is a very simple one, and you know, the Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. That's what the mentality means. It means every day, you know, you're trying to become better. And it's a constant quest. It's an infinite quest. So starting at the age of 2, when I first started playing the game, and on and on and on, I always ask questions. I always try to get better every single day, learn more, learn
You were
more,
asking
learn
questions
more.
at 2?
Oh, dude, I was asking questions all the time. I mean, you'd be surprised. Like some people, like my kids at 2 could do a lot of things. Right? At 2, I could dribble a basketball. I could shoot a basketball on the Nerf hoop at the house, and I would go to practice with my father. I would observe my father. I'd sit and watch games with him. And
Was he your first coach?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. You know, a lot of things I learned by just being around the game. Right? So by the age of 6, I was already strategizing versus other 6-year-olds. You know, at the age of 6, I figured out 6-year-olds couldn't dribble with their left hand. And so I said, okay.
A lot of 12-year-olds can't dribble with their left.
Well, yeah,
hand.
well, imagine 6. So like when I was playing these 6-year-old kids, I would make them dribble with their left because I knew they couldn't. And so they dribble off their foot. I'd pick it up, lay it up. Do it again. Dribble off foot, pick it up, lay it up. So at 6 years old, I had 63 points. And and I remember my dad.
So your 6-year-old self could beat your 38-year-old self because you only scored 60 in the last game.
Yeah, no, but I can dribble with my left though, so that's a problem. But yeah, I mean, listen, I just constantly looked for things to learn from, and you know, very observant.
Okay, so when we talk about the Mamba mentality, you have your exhibition today, starting in Shanghai.
Smiling face in the early sun. If I can't have you to myself, then life's no fun.
I'd rather be with you, yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be with you. I'd rather be with you, yeah. Yeah, I'd rather be with you.
I wanna hold your hand, oh, if I can, just be a man. I wanna be your friend, not now and then, but until the end. I just love the way you act, and that's a fact.
Never. As these boys around here, you don't need a pick to get me off you, Sonny. You don't need a pick to get me off you. Then you're gonna be looking at the ref like, ref, it's a foul, ref, it's a foul. I'm gonna tell you, young fella, this is how I go around here. You understand? That's just how it is. I give him credit for his confidence. It's 50 grand in my charity. Greatly appreciated. Hey, easy money. Easy money.